Hello everyone, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. We're gonna do another summon episode because there's several events going on, like the one you see right here, and I want more champions, so why not? I got a new headset as I'm recording this, so it may sound different. Now that out of the way, let's start. You know what? I got a chance of legendaries. I'm gonna use all my void shards this time. Let's see who we'll get. A Reliquary Tender. Alright. Of the High Elves. Looks pretty cool. Ooh, a scythe. Did not expect that. Let's see what you can do. She's a support. Warden Staff. Attacks one enemy, has a 20% chance of placing a 25% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Alright. Tender's Watch. Removes all debuffs from all allies and places a 7.5 continuous heal buff on them for 2 turns. The intended skill doubles the heal, which is pretty good. And Call to Life. Revives an ally with 30% HP and fills their turn meter by 30%. That is also good. Wow. First pull and I got a great champion. Nice. Come on, legendary. Dang it. A Fellhound. Okay. He looks cool. Let's see. Ravage. All enemies, 25% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Alright. Flameborn Vigor. Places a 7.5 continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Descending skill also places a reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Alright. Deflect. Places a block damage buff on an ally for 1 turn. Alright. Increases ally defense and faction trips by 19%. Cool. Come on, legendary. Darn it. A Painkeeper of the Dark Elves. Looks cool. And I love the helmet. Unflagging Advance. One enemy 2 times, fills a turn meter by 10%. Alright. Decent. Spectacular Sweep. All enemies, then heals the champion 15% of this champion's max HP. Cool. Oh, and the extended skill heals all allies. That's useful. Pretty useful. And combat tactics. Sorry. Decreases the cooldowns of an ally's skills by 1 turn. Oh. Cooldowns of all ally skills. Sorry. And that's pretty helpful. This is a good champion. Aurora skill increases ally HP and faction crypts by 21%. I'll definitely use her in faction crypts. She is pretty useful. Come on, legendary. Come on. Dang it. Already have a gear grinder. Ooh, an epic. Inquisitor Shamal. Ooh. At the time I'm recording this, Raid Call of the Arbor is happening. And I remember this guy being a very important part of Athel's story. As you can see here, he has champion lore. Still a new thing at this time. I'm not gonna read it, probably. Not in this video, at least. But yeah, I'm really happy I got this guy. Let's see what he can do. Wreak Revenge. One enemy, 50% chance of placing a... has a 50% chance of decreasing the duration of a random buff on the target for one turn. I'm sorry I butchered that sentence. Oh wow, the incentive skill does a lot. Every time an enemy places a buff on an ally, uses his skill against that target enemy. These counterattacks only deal 50% of the normal damage and cannot be critical. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one champion's counterattack will activate. So essentially he counterattacks every time there's a buff going on the enemy side. That's pretty helpful. That's pretty strong. That's Cow of Horrors. Attacks one enemy 3 times, will ignore 25% of the target's defense, will ignore a further 25% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion. Cool. Alright. Places a True Fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't read that right, I'm sorry. He has a passive, Dauntless. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 7.5%. Whenever an ally receives a Fear or True Fear debuff from an enemy, this skill will instantly remove the debuff and fill the ally's turn meter by 15%. Nice! I don't see a cooldown. Is that like infinitely? If so, that is very powerful. His aura skill increases ally accuracy in Doom Tower battles by 60. Alright. A good champion. Let's see if we can get anyone else just as good. And nope, another rare. A Seducer of the Undead Hordes. Caleria Vampire. But still pretty cool nonetheless. Let's see what we can do. Lulling Touch. One enemy, 30% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn. Alright. Disorientating Blast. Attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a 25% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Alright. And Twisted Devotion. Places a 30% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. And a block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn. The Ascended skill adds an extra turn for the block debuffs. Pretty cool. Selfless Partner. Place a 50% ally protection on all allies for 2 turns. Place a block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn. Only available when Temptress is on the same team. Oh, so it's one of those kind of skills. Interesting. Aura skill increases ally HP in all battles by 25%. Pretty alright. Come on, Legendary. Last shot. Come on, Legendary. Trapped. A Paragon of the Dark Elves. Okay. I love that weapon. And the mask he's wearing. Pretty cool. Power Drain. One enemy, 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. Damage inflicted is proportional to defense. Alright. Damage Control. Places an unkillable buff and a 25% increased attack buff on a target ally for 2 turns. Alright, and Life Shackles. Attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 50% heal reduction debuff and a 25% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Damage proportional to defense. And the intended skill changes the 50% heal reduction to 100%. Nice. Oh, and the 25% decreased attack to 50%. Pretty cool. Well, that's all my void shards. I got an epic, not a legendary, but it's better than what I usually do. Let's see, you will get a good one with the agent shards. A hatchet slinger of the dwarves. Alright. I love that outfit, especially the pauldrons. Let's see what I can do. Attacks one enemy 2 times. 80% chance of ignoring 15% of the target's defense if this champion has 50% HP or higher. Has a 10% of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn if this champion has less than 50% HP. Alright. Plays an unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns. Alright. Oh, forgot to read the attack. Axe Frenzy and Dwarven Fortitude. Hatchets for All is his passive and Ascension skill. Has a 5% chance of countering when hit. Has a 25% chance of countering when hit with a critical hit. Alright, cool. Someone good. Someone good. Come on. Conqueror already have him. Come on. A Ogren Jailer. Okay. Lockdown. Attacks one enemy, 40% chance of removing a random buff from the target. And Confiscate. One enemy, 40% chance of stealing 2 random buffs from the target. Plays an extra hit if any buffs is stolen. pretty cool. And Reprisal. I have no idea how to say that word. Actually, hold on. Okay, it's Reprisal. Sorry. One enemy damage increases by 20% if the target has no active buffs. Alright. Pretty alright. Not bad, not great. Who else will we get? Come on, luck. Marquess. Okay, I checked, and she's not a duplicate. Cool design. Let's see what she can do. Disdainful Swipe. One enemy, 25% chance of placing a 25% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. And Crush the Weak. All enemies, 35% chance of placing a 15% weakened debuff on all allies. The Incendiary skill deals extra damage to enemies with the weakened debuff already on them. Nice. And Freeze Solid. One enemy, 75% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. And she increases ally defensive faction creeps by 15%. It's a Aurora skill. Come on, someone great. Someone good. Give me someone good. Fury Stalker. He was a duplicate. Can't remember. Someone good? A Ironclad of the Orcs. Okay. I like the helmet. Warp. One enemy, 25% chance of placing a 15% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Attention skill makes it 100 heal reduction. Sorry. Amok. Removes 1 random debuff from all allies. Plays a 25% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Bloodburst. When healed, will attack all enemies inflicting damage proportional to any surplus heal. Damage inflicted is equal to 50% of any surplus heal. Ooh, that's pretty good. Aura skill increases ally HP in all battles by 16%. A pretty decent orc. Cool. Someone good? A crossbowman. I finally have one of these guys. I was pretty jealous of them at the start of my playthrough because they always had an extra turn. And it gets stun. As a snapshot. Attacks 1 enemy, the enchanted skill has a 15% chance of placing extra hit. Alright. And this is what I was envious of at first. Plays a 30% increased critical rate buff on target ally for 2 turns. Grants extra turn. And then there was his blunted arrow. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Also has a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Alright. Let's see who else we'll get. Come on. A corpulent cadaver. New words that I've never heard before. He's pretty unpleasant to look at. Let's see what he can do. Crushing Mass. One enemy inflicts additional damage if this champion is under a shield buff. The damage is equal to 30% of the value of the shield. Pretty cool. Disgusting Display. Plays a shield buff on this champion equal to 20% of their magic XP for 2 turns. The Enchanted skill makes a shield last for 3 turns and gives an extra turn. Nice. Baleful Tenacity. One enemy, 80% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Alright. Increases ally defense in all battles by 50%. It's his aura skill. Alright. Come on. Someone good. A Boltsmith of the Dwarves. Alright. Alright. Quarrel Cripple. One enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 15% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Trained Eye. Places a 15% critical rate buff and a 30% increased critical damage buff on this champion for 2 turns and grants an extra turn. Cool. And Piercer Munitions. One enemy will ignore 30% of the target's defense. Pretty cool. Come on. Someone good. Rats. Grinner. I know I have a duplicate, but I don't know if I reviewed him or not. I'll do it now just in case. Grinner of the Undead Hordes. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've done him, actually. Bile. One enemy, 25% chance of placing a 25% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. This just applies individually for each ally. And the Enchanted skill increases to 25 to 50 and makes it guaranteed for all allies. Cool. Shock. Attacks all enemies, 20% chance of removing a random buff from each target. And this is the one I like. Unbury. Revives an ally with 50% HP. Places a shield buff on the revived champion for 2 turns equal to 20% their max HP. Max HP, sorry. My force is starting to give. Aura skill increases ally resistance in fetching crypts by 30%. Let's see who we get. Ooh, an epic. Oh, I already have her. Well, it'll be good for duplicate, for faction guardians, sorry. Wow! Yes! I was drinking a soda right as this happened and I almost spit take. Wow! That came as a surprise. Kira the Watcher of the Dwarves. A legendary. Fantastic. Let's see what she can do. Falling Star Crush. One enemy, 50% chance of placing a 50% increased attack debuff for 2 turns. Alright. Smashing Spree. Attacks all enemies. Nice. 75% chance of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs for 1 turn. That's also good. Also has a 75% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy debuff for 2 turns. That's pretty good. Plays an ally, places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also places a 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. Sweet! Let's see, her Ascension skill is a passive. Oh, that thing's called Coordinated Defense. And her passive is Besieger's Bane. When an ally is attacked while under an ally protection buff, places a 50% decreased attack debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Ooh, this is a pretty good champion. And it's of the dwarves, so it's pretty rare too. I love that helmet and the shield. I bet we'll get lucky again soon. I'm a happy camper. I am in a good mood now. A Wyvern Bane of the Orcs. Love the aesthetic. Love the hood. Let's see. Obel Pierce. Attacks 1 enemy, 20% chance of placing a 15% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Setback. 1 enemy, 35% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 20%. Alright. Curse Fire Spear, Ascension Skill. 1 enemy, 75% chance of placing an HP burn for 2 turns. Alright. Not terrible, I don't think. Oh, Prosecutor of the High Elves. Alright. Sap Initiative. 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 20% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. Alright. Halt Proceedings. Attacks all enemies. 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Ascension skill is Prosecute. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Places a 50% increased accuracy on on his champion for 2 turns for attacking. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Alright. She'll be pretty good against the Fire Knight. Dollar Lore Keeper. Let's see what he can do. Banisher Axe. Attacks one enemy. 25% chance of placing a block active skills for 1 turn. That's pretty decent. Stern Punishment. One enemy. 40% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn if the target is under any debuff. Alright. And Forebear's Boon. Places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also places a block debuffs buff on the target ally for 1 turn if they have less than 100% HP. That was a little luckily for me. Sorry. Come on! Someone... Come on! Another rare. Death Chanter of the Orcs. Okay. Clobber. One enemy places a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 20% of the damage inflicted. Okay. Bully. One enemy. Damage increases according to this champion's current HP. Okay. Beat out. Attacks one enemy. Places a 100% heal reduction debuff for 3 turns. That's very good against Fire Knight. Ooh, but 6 turns. That is a bit of a drawback. Someone good. Come on. Honor Guard, already have him. Avir the Alchemage. No lore? Okay, he's Oh. I was trying to get a good look at his staff and he dropped it. Alright. He looks pretty cool. He did it again. Let's see what we can do. Flask of Phyterol. I don't know how to say that. One enemy has a 30% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Sorry. Corroding Catalyst. All enemies has a 50% chance of placing a 25% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Also places a 15% decrease speed debuff for 1 turn on targets under poison debuffs. Alright. Ascension skill, Vitalizing Poisons. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and heals all allies by 50% of this champion's max HP. Don't know about him. Oh well. Come on. Oh. chaplain. Okay. Holy Bolt, one enemy. Okay, boring. Benediction removes debuffs, all debuffs from the target ally, then heals the target. The heal amount is proportional to this champion's attack. And Radiance. Attacks all enemies, heals all allies by 25% of the damage inflicted. Okay, pretty boring. Someone good. Someone good. A Coffin Smasher of the Knight's Revenant. Okay. I like the mask. Mallet Crescendo. Attacks one enemy. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a 25% decreased attack. Sorry, debuff for 2 turns. And the Incendiary skill doubles the decreased attack effect. Oh. Wrong button. Okay. Tomb Fire. Attacks one enemy. 50% chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns. His passive is Gloom Mist. Decreases the damage inflict with AoE attacks by 5%. Okay. So our attack will not like him. Let's continue. Someone good. Someone good. Come on. Someone good. Ooh, epic. Ooh. Sylvan Watchers. Cormac the High Peak. An epic champion. Alright. Alright. Let's see what it can do. Drover. One enemy has a 40% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. High Peak's Reach. One enemy, before attacking, has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff on the target for 2 turns. Okay, that's interesting. And Tempo's Shift places a 50% increased accuracy buff and a 30% increased critical rate buff on the champion for 3 turns, then grants an extra turn. Alright. Pretty decent. And he's from the Sylvan Watcher, so that's very, very rare. I have him. Odachi of the Shadowkin. Let's see. Showy Slice. One enemy. 20% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Great Sword. All enemies place a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns, equal to 20% of their max HP. Okay. And then Keeper. Places a block buff speed on all allies for 1 turn. The Incendiary skill also places a 30% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. Aura skill increases ally defense in dungeons by 25%. Alright, not bad. Love the katana. And the helmet. Avenger. I don't think I have her. I don't have her. I love the outfit. Let's see what she can do. Hunt. One enemy, 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased debuff. Decreased debuff. Decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. I am sorry for that. Lethal Vortex. Attacks 2 times at random. Each ninja skill has an extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Sorry for that. Fatal Blow. Attacks 1 enemy. This skill always inflicts a critical hit. Okay. And Aura increases ally attack and faction groups by 17%. Alright. Someone good. Someone good. Alright, have him. Someone good. Someone good. Another duplicate. Several duplicates in a row. That's new for me. Slayer. I think I have him. Alright, so I do have a Slayer already, but I didn't have a Doomstrider before. Sorry for that. I love the headpiece. Let's see what she can do. Desert Wind. Attacks 1 enemy, 30% chance of decreasing, 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. I don't know why I can't read. A Nomad Stride. Attacks 3 times at random. Each critical hit decreases the turn meter, the target's turn meter by 10%. Will only decrease the turn meter once per target. And Harsh Mercy. Attacks all enemies. Then attacks the enemy with the lowest HP. Has a 10% chance of placing a 15% heal reduction on the enemy with the lowest HP for 2 turns. This engine skill doubles the heal reduction. One more Ancient Shard. Come on. Alright. Not a legendary, but let's see. Judicator. Bright Fury. Attacks all 1 enemy. Attacks 1 enemy. Sorry. The Ascension skill has its 20% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. Undermine. One enemy, 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. And Execution. One enemy, this attack deals 30% extra critical damage. Okay. Well, that's enough, you know what? One more, and then we'll move to Mystery Shards. Someone good? Nope. And I thought it was a duplicate for a second, but it's not. I am sure that it's not. Hell Freak of Demon Spawn. The swords are cool. Let's see. Vile Blades. One enemy, 2 times. Each has a 20% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. And Mind Games. One enemy, 50% chance of stealing all buffs from the target before attacking. Ooh, that's good. And Worst Nightmare. Swaps HP with the enemy, then grants an extra turn. That's really good, wow. Okay, we got 4 from this batch. War Chanter of the Orcs. Head Wound. One enemy, 20% chance of playing Stun for 1 turn. And Frenzy. All enemies, 25% chance of placing 1 decreased attack debuff for 1 turn. Also has a 25% chance of placing a Provoke debuff for 1 turn. Okay. An Infiltrator of the Shadowkin. Shank. Attacks 1 enemy. Boring. Throwing Knives. 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a 2.5 poison debuff for 2 turns. Okay. Frontline Warrior. Bannerlords. Wrath Hue. 1 enemy. Boring. Comrades in Arms. Places a 25% ally protection buff on an ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns. Grants an extra turn. And then Crimson Slayer of the Knights Revenant. Bring Silence. Attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn. Flowing Sword. 1 enemy, 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%, by 50%. 50% of decreasing the target's turn meter by 50%. Sorry for that. Fills his champion's turn meter equal to the amount the target loses. Descender Seal increases the chance to 70 from 50. Copious Bleed. All enemies has a 80% chance of placing a 50% heal reduction debuff for 1 turn. An Aura Skill increases ally attack and infection crits by 17%. Brute of the Ogrins. Dirty Cuts. 2 times at random, has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff if the attack is critical for 1 turn. Okay. Rip and Tear, 1 enemy, has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Well, that's all the summons for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Catch you later.